Hello everybody, thanks for watching. I didn't want to talk about TV today, but I'm going to talk about TV today. Because, there's a dispute between YouTube TV and Disney, which has ESPN and ABC and a whole bunch of other movies and stuff like that. And YouTube TV has stated they want the same deal as the cable companies got, like Comcast and Spectrum, for instance. And they're not going to pay the way above board average that they have been paying. They're basically at $85 a month already. And they have to find a way to cut costs because, they're already into the cable 2.0 realm on their charges. And they realize this, and they realize that that's not sustainable. Just like Fubo went over the limit and was charging me well over $100 a month before I got rid of them. Because it's cable 2.0. They're wanting to charge it just like the cable companies do. And they want to charge for programming like on ABC, like Jimmy Kimmel and some of those other late night talk show hosts and stuff that I don't watch. And a bunch of other, propaganda shows like The View. I mean, ABC has a bunch of propaganda out there, including their news division. And Google is obviously led by people who are not woke. And they're not wanting to pay the amount that ABC wants for the garbage that, other than football and sports, that they're broadcasting. A lot of people like to watch ESPN, but there's a lot of woke on ESPN too at times. Well, I understand where Google's coming from, because from the numbers I'm reading right now, you got Comcast, then Spectrum, and then Google TV for who has the most subscribers. But the cable companies are getting the Disney shows and entertainment for, 25% less, I think it is, or around that number. I understand what's going on. But all of these people, I don't care which companies you're talking about, they're all interested in cable 2.0 because it's a lot easier to get that money that way than it is to get advertisers advertising on your channels like they used to, 1970, which I think we should be going back to. We shouldn't have to pay for anything. All of the streams should be live, just like any broadcast station. And they should have to survive off the advertising that they get. Period, point blank, end of story. Because without this happening, probably at least 50% of the population, maybe more currently, cannot afford cable TV. They also cannot afford YouTube TV or Fubo or the DirecTV or even the Sling packages, because they don't have the money. And so what's happening? Well, I'll tell you what's happening, and it's real clear what's happening. It's called piracy. Piracy is getting to be a huge thing in this country. A huge segment of the population where I live in Battle Creek, Michigan, are pirates. And if this unsustainable, hurry up, honey, this unsustainable growth in cable 2.0 that they're trying to undertake, it's only going to work to a limited degree, because only people who are making good money can afford cable 2.0. Most of the people in the city of Battle Creek cannot afford Comcast cable, which is here, because a lot of their packages are up way over $200. And it's not just Comcast and Spectrum. My brother lives in Angola, Indiana, and he's paying like $268 a month for cable TV and internet. I mean, it is ridiculous. So what's going to happen? Well, it's real simple. Piracy is going to continue to grow. It's going to get bigger and bigger every day. And they're not going to go back to cable 2.0. Piracy is alive and well. Back around 2010, I thought, oh, well, piracy's gone, because they had all the movies on Netflix. And the greed just came out because Netflix was printing money. The rest of them were getting paid for their content. And piracy was all but dead. But then they all had to get greedy. And now piracy is making a huge comeback. In 2024, there was 200 in the United States alone. There was 216 billion connections to piracy sites. 216 billion. There's only 340 million people in the United States. There was a lot of people making connections to piracy sites. You know. So, take it or leave it, understand me or not, but I'm telling you that they're turning the poor and moderately income people in the United States of America into TV pirates. That's the bottom line. That's the way it is. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.